Welcome to the 5-point series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 7th of September 1975, which means we're just about to go into another winter cycle, and hopefully that is going to be pretty successful. The harvest is going full bore, but I've developed a problem which I will talk about in a little while. First, I want to draw your attention to the top. If you look at the top here, you'll see that the population has dropped by a couple of hundred. And that's because I've had a bit of a mini death wave. Now, that hasn't been due to any major failures. If I probably come down here, would be a better example. If I come into here, where, in fact, if I draw this up here and show you 3 flats, you can see we've lost flat workers from here. But you'll see that there is no real problems with the workers here. And these little mini death waves are often the result of the bringing in foreign workers or migrants, because what tends to happen is when you bring in migrants, they all tend to be roughly the same age, which means they all roughly die at the same time. So what you do is you get these little mini death waves which come in and can cause drop of a population of a few hundred. Now, of course, once your economy gets quite big, that's not particularly important. But when you're trying to rebuild your population like we are at the moment, that can be a little bit of an issue. But hopefully we'll be able to get through that. You can see the population's building up slightly. Part of the reason for that is that I managed to finish the research to give a boost in the birth rate. I think that lasts for about 6 months, and hopefully we'll be able to get that, keep that. And hopefully what that will mean is that we'll keep the population growing through the winter. Before we get into talking about the game specifically, as usual, a big thank you for all your comments and feedback. You guys give me a lot to think about. Now, I get a suggestion about that I should be planning a food factory, and that's something I do want to do. And I'm kind of thinking in this area about here, because it's going to be close enough to this town for the workforce. And also, if I kind of look here, we got a potential for another farm out here, because I don't think there's any resources in this area that's of any great significance. If we kind of look, there's no coal, there's a little bit of iron, no oil. So we can use this area for another big farm. But the big problem at the moment is there's no point in me rushing for another food factory, simply because, well, the honest truth is that we don't actually have enough workforce to cover what we actually need to do already, plus the fact that we are planning our new town out there. But one thing I might consider is possibly, if things start to get a bit dire, we can put a small food factory here, which is close to these workers, which means we can then fill this area in. So that is the current situation, and hopefully we're going to be able to get through this. Now I better show you what problem I've got at the moment, and that is that we've only started on the harvest here. And if I show you, we've got lots of crops in the fields which can't get harvest because the silos filled up. So what I've done is I've bought some extra trucks here, and I'm actually shipping. These trucks are shipping the crops to this silo over here. Now, of course, that's going to maybe cause a problem with this area, but given the generally low fertility in this area, we most likely will be okay. I'm just going to speed the game up, but there's a real possibility we may actually get some crop losses, which is a bit of a contradiction in the fact that I have had a crop shortage. And I've also tried to ram as many crops into this area here as well to try and get things going. I'm not sure. I think I wouldn't mind. I think, where are you picking up? You're unloading there. You're picking up from this grain silo. I think what I might do is we'll buy a couple of extra cupboard holes here, and I think, yeah, go for capacity. Actually, we're going to buy about 2 of those, and I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull the, I think you're already picking up from here, aren't you? Is that the one? Yeah, you're already picking up from here. So what I'm trying to do is, rather than bring the crops in from the silo here, I'm actually trying to get more trucks out here so that we're effectively emptying this silo, but we will be getting some losses, which is a bit of a contradiction in terms. Now, cash-wise, we're doing pretty well, actually, mainly because we're not building very much at the moment. If I show you here, I'm kind of trying to keep the actual amount what we're building fairly restricted. This little steel thing area here, which I set up, is working quite well. I think here we are slowly kind of scrapping these trucks, but what I'm trying to do at the moment is just keep this area running as well. Let me just see, where was that traffic jam? I want to see. Oh, great. This is because we got the one-way roads. Right, we're going to have to suspend that road there. And this road there. Yeah. And the reason for that is that we got two constructions next to each other. So I'm going to put you back there and finish that one first. Now, if you watch the previous video, you'll be aware that we were planning our area here. And at the moment we've got things being worked on here. And I think the paved roads here have come out quite nicely. I've been working fairly hard on putting in the necessary bits and pieces. I just want to check the coverage for here. That covers this very much this area. This one's covering this area. Then we got this one that's covering here. So we got kind of three garbage collections here, which are covering that area there. And of course, what we're doing is building in this area. I think because we're going into winter, we're going to start by building this pickup area as well. Get this built. That needs to be built. Get that built. And this will be our garbage disposal area here. I'm kind of had a bit of a possible rethink here. Part of me says that I may still have to build a bridge, because I was trying to think of how we could get out here to build the other side of the port. So what we most likely will do is keep the port, because I want the port to be able to bring in goods. I think it's going to be more about bringing goods in rather than shipping goods out. And then we will build a bridge. We've now completed our little water pickup there. It's got no power supply there. That's an issue. One area thing that I did forget. So we're going to have to... didn't I put in... We've got... our substation there. Is that actually going to be in range? Yes, it will be. So we need to... I'd like to check the power distribution. So I think we will put in the power substation, because I want to make sure before we start building in this area that we actually do get the necessary kind of power supply systems, whatever you want to call it. We've got the main sewer line in here, which is connected. I did think a little bit about the fact that we could put in a sewer line out to here, so that, because at the moment all this area here isn't covered, but because we got a drain there, although that's on the wrong side, I do wonder whether we could put in, not sure if I could get a sewer line out here now, because I've kind of broken this. This is on the wrong side, but I just want to see if I can do this. I'm just going to do it as an experiment, I think. Because I think if I could cover this area, and that would take some of the pressure off of the I think the same. We could put that there. something like that, and then we could kind of run pipeline. And that to there. I run that to there. Oh, look at that. I think that would be quite useful. I just want to make sure that we could, because that would just, because this area is going to be almost a quasi-permanent kind of run you around like that. Right, underground, and then we're just find the sewer pipes. Just accept you there. I think this would be a reasonable win. So I think I want to build this in as well. That. And then that will, because at the end of the day, and on a similar theme, I'm thinking we may want to put in some sewage drainage up here. Because again, this is an industry. And we can provide water, but if we can get a sewer drain out, it would make quite a big difference. But we can always build that in later on. It's like this road is now ready to be built, so we can build that in there. We've got some footpaths here that I want to put in as well, because I want to basically connect up this area here. What is this? This is the aggregate store. This is an aggregate store. There. This is the steel mill. Are you in range of there? Yeah, you are, but it's not very good. I wouldn't mind a pathway through here. It would be great if I could put the pathway through there. Nope, it's not going to work. Can't get a footpath through there. Got connection there. I think what we most likely will have to do is trying to put a footpath to there, because that will speed up the people walking to this area, which then goes to the steel mill. So we will put a footpath there. Now, the next thing I want to kind of address is the fact that we're going to do more and more building in this direction. So I'm kind of thinking possibly here is actually putting in, I don't want a full-size construction office, but I'm thinking we're going to put in a construction office here. What it's going to be is a general purpose construction office. So it can be used for road or anything like that. But more importantly, it will be, what we'll do is we'll put this on auto detect so that it will repair the other construction office that's over here. So once it's built, we'll put that in there. And then what we can do is use this to kind of push out the work that way. Well, that's the theory anyway. So, right, so we got that kind of underway. Just want to get back to looking at this. Looks like it's going to fill up as well. So I think we might end up with crops everywhere at the moment, but that's the way it goes. I don't think there's much I can do about it. We still got, let me just see what we've got in the way of crops that are still sat in the field. Oops, it's not that one, it's that one. Well, I don't know, we might get all the crops in. There's still 270 tons out here. So you never know, we might get it. See, the population is growing quite well now. And I don't think we've got any problems here. I do want to check the loyalty. Oh, we are getting markers on the loyalty now, so that's good. So the population is slowly growing. Let me just check the... We are getting a steady supply of fuel. And you can see we are filling this up as well. Right, this is now being built, so I can now get the crew working on that as well. Okay, we've got a little bit of an odd end here, I think. We just got the construction officers working on this at the moment. So that is... No, we got a fire. I'm a little bit... Oh, well, it's okay. It's well within range. Got a traffic jam. There's the traffic jam. Oh, this is okay because this is the truck here. This means it's probably this is being repaired. Yeah, it's finished now. That's just a kind of a hazard of life. It's not the end of the world. We are, I mean, the biological waste is coming into here, so we are getting more and more fertilizer. How are these guys going? You're not really doing anything, are you? So I think we'll just shut you down for the moment, and we'll just leave these trucks here. We've got quite what you can do here is store quite a lot of trucks over for a period of time if you want to get rid of some. It's not like it's the end of the world. And one thing I haven't done for a little while, maybe I do need to do this, get into the habit of doing this now. I want to hunting hut. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, why are you not? You're at 50%. Why are you not being repaired? Missing resources. I think that's because the... Can we actually prioritize this? Yeah, we'll put this on high priority. Because I don't think the construction office has got a shortage. I think it's just got a shortage of the ability to deliver. Yeah. How many cupboard holes have you got? I think I'm going to put a small cupboard hole in here. Just so that we can deliver those electronics and other little bits and pieces. And if we can get something with a bit of speed. Maybe that's a bit too small. This is... I think we'll get one of these. It's got a top speed of 92. And again, I think it's time that we started looking a little bit at the quality of our trucks. I think generally, I mean, this guy's 70. I think let's look at the road crew. Yeah, I think you're past your sell by date, so we'll send you to there as well. Get rid of you. I mean, you've got asphalt stuck in you. We need to clear that out. That's 92. Right, what we got here? We probably want another dumper in here. Dumper, again, capacity and speed. That one's 13 tons. That's 14 tons. I think we're 35 kilometers an hour. That's 92. That's okay. We're going to buy one of those. Get that in here as well. And then probably what we'll do is start phasing out some of these. In fact, given the distances involved, I think we'll get rid of these T38s as well. And just replace you with some better quality dumpers as well. Capacity, get two of those in. What we got here? Yeah, where are you? Sorry, you're too slow as well. The big open hole here, the LZ100, is what we're looking for. Open hole. Right, we're going to buy one of those in there. Actually, I just think I made a bit of a mistake here. Do you have any... Right, what we're going to do is send one of you here to there. Okay. You, where are you going? I think we need another open hole here. Okay, we're going to buy that. The LZ100. And then I'm going to pick you up and follow you. Because again, it's got a heating problem. I'm going to need to look at that. Right, just going to wait for, just follow this guy. Go over here. And you can go to there as well. Okay, so we've got a few vehicles in here now, queuing up, so maybe we do need to get a little bit of a workforce in there. See if we can scrap them out, get the steel and other bits and pieces. Right, we're on November. I'm just going to slow the game down a bit because what I want to do is we've got this road out here, and what I'd like to do is get rid of this bit of road. Okay. Shift, get rid of you and you. And where's my I'd like another junction like this. I'm going to try something. Never really... No, this has only got a single... But then again, wonder if I could get away with a single road junction coming in like this. I think, yeah, I think we can give it a go. I'm just going to drop a save, guys, because cloning can be a bit dodgy and it can actually lead to the game crashing. And so a strong recommendation I would make is that if you're going to go for a type of clone like this, always try and just drop a save first. Too big. I'm going to drop this in. We're going to go out here. And I want to drop you in. Just press control so we get a bit finer. We're going to push you out a little bit further like that. Actually dropped in quite nicely. The bridge there is a little bit dodgy, as usual. Quite often you will get a kind of weak connection. So perhaps if I actually put a concrete bridge in the center rather than a... That will re-establish that. Run to there. That gives me the... And I can put the road connection into there. That will give me the road connection to there, which will give me the road connection to there. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do is I just realized I made a mistake. I've put the wrong one in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload the game, rather than spend a lot of time kind of deleting that. So I'm just going to reload. Okay, welcome back. This is another reason why when you're going to do messing around with cloning, this is another reason why what you do is you drop a save first. And what I'm going to do now, and this one's going to be even shakier than the last clone attempt, because this is actually part built. So I'm not 100% certain this is going to work. Oh yeah, this is going to work. I'm trying to get the primary road connection. I think we're going to push this up a little bit this way. Tilt this back this way a little bit. Put you in there. Bridge, obviously the bridge is... You see how messed up that bridge was there. And then what we should be able to do... Now there's still a bit of broken bridge there. So we may have to redo these bridges. There's another bit there, see? You can come there. You can climb up. You can climb up that side. And you can connect there. It's like we've lost the support strut there, but there's not much we can do about that. Right, we're going to have to extend this road that way. And it's right-hand drive, so I have to leave. Got F4 off. I don't think there's much I can do about this. And you can come into there. Actually, I'm gonna do is trim you back that way. I'm gonna pick up from that side to that side, that side to that side. That means if we wanted to, we could bring out roads that way, or bring in a road that way like that. So by doing it that way, this can be a highway because we want that highway to go that way. Got that highway to go that way. And it means I can then pick up this road here and then curve you round. Get you a nice sweeping curve. I think I might have a connection problem here. If I can, okay, now we can take that out that way, out that way. This is on the right hand side. Of course, the other thing you need to bear in mind when you're planning things like this is that eventually what we'll have to do is put heavy goods restrictions on the town to stop the vehicles taking the shortcut. So we actually force them up onto these main roads. So that now comes to there, that comes to there. That's connected to there. We'll push this out this way. There's a good chance that we've got this road here. Where's this going? This is actually going up to a quarry. Will I ever use that? I'm not sure. I think what we might do is we've got that one there coming there. This will come up to this way. Eventually we might extend this way because I'd like to start putting the highway up through here, although it's going to be fun getting the highway through there. So that will go out that way, comes this way. We'll probably have to have another junction out about here, but we'll worry about that in the future. And then what we'll do is I'm just going to put want this road kind of going out like that, and shift click that. It kind of curves around quite a lot. That out as well. We're probably going to need another big junction about here, because we're going to have to do something about this. Now this is where the oil is. Now what we're most likely going to have to do is, if I show you the oil here, you can see the oil's actually underwater. So what we may have to do is reclaim this land. So maybe we can push this road forward a little bit further, but not too far forward. So I'm going to push it about there. And then we'll just accept that. And I think if I put you in there, we can build the whole road all the way out to there. Get rid of you, tidy up some of these junctions. That's connected to there, that's connected to there. And anything else, can't really do much about these little bits because these are the side junctions. My temptation is that if we're going to build this road through here, we're going to build it all in one piece. It will require a vast amount of asphalt and gravel, but given the distance, it makes sense to do this in one go. It just means that we'll have to have a truck here that will do that. Get that there. This got that needs that. That needs that. Get that built. What's up with you? That's really small, so we'll get these guys on that, because I want to build this across so that we can complete all this junction. I think you probably need that road crew on that, or not road crew. Okay, so we're now looking here. We're now on the 18th of November. How's the crop situation now? We've got 7.5 tons. So we're kind of clearing this area well. That's how it stays. But we've now filled up this. So we're kind of wasting. I think what we'll do is we'll flip this guy to load. Beautiful. We fill up here. You're nearly full. We'll just keep pushing the crops out the best we can. How are we doing here? This is actually dropped. So looks like we've kind of got away with most of the crops in this area, so we're not going to lose that much in this area. Famous last words. We've still got quite a lot of crops in this area being dropped off, but we're going to kind of squeeze things in, is probably the polite way of saying it. Right, we've now got our population up to 3,315. So the next thing I want to look at is our free flats. What the area I'm really interested in is down here, because we do really need the workforce in this area. we've still got a little bit of a gap here. We've got 17 in there. How's the... Right. I think we can help this along a little bit by just bringing in 20 of these. Here comes the snow. I've got to ease off with the foreign immigrants. And hopefully we will be able to get this growing. Just want to make sure we've got people in the heating plant. That's good. Now, another thing I would like to do is we're now getting a reasonable workforce in that courthouse. So I think what we can do now is shut this courthouse down. That will give us more workforce. So we're going to get rid of you. And then and I don't want random jobs in here. So I'm going to demolish you. And we'll and then we'll allocate you my demolition. What is it saying? Okay. And then we'll remove this so that we don't have a problem with the what we call it. So we don't actually have a problem with respect to court cases coming up here. So we'll get our legal system up in that town there. Now, one thing I didn't check was vehicles and buildings. Let me just sort. We've still got a 5-point pub, but it is being repaired. Reconstruction in progress, so it's going quite well. List of road vehicles. Whole map. Right, we got an excavator at 59%. Where are you? Ah, right, you're out here. You're probably going to need to be repaired sooner or later. Well, that was built quick. So we've now got a pipeline connection into here, which means that this area now will be kept nice and clean. How much, what we doing for bitumen? So we're getting a little bit of bitumen building up now. We're now coming up to the end of the harvesting cycle, so nothing. So I think we've got virtually all the crops here. All we got left is this one being harvest. What's the fertility like? Fertility is still rubbish in this area. Trouble is, it will probably decay over here over time. That's 0, that's 0. That's got 1.8 in it. These have got the odd little bit of tonnage in here. So I think we've actually got away with it, guys. We've actually, because there's only the one field that's still being gathered. And we've got the crops in there. So I think that's worked out quite well, actually. Yeah, we just hit the 3rd of December, sorry, not September. And we probably lost some crops from here, but the advantage is they will add to the overall fertility of this area. The one thing that, right, we've now rebuilt this. What was being built here? We've got a bit of road here, doing nothing. Oh, I know what that was. Well, I was building a technical office here, and I think it actually burnt down. Actually, I think what I will do is I want to put a technical office. I think if we can put a technical office, please, not a repair station. I think I think if we can put a technical office in about here. So it's actually, I can tag this onto that bit of road there, so I don't have to demolish it. Where I get that built, because I need the snow plows operating in this area so that I can keep this road going relatively fast. So we've got that there, and this is probably a good opportunity to check the snow coverage. We are definitely going to need this technical office out here as well, aren't we? We've got this one here, which is going to be the garbage collection. My instinct is we're going to put a technical office. Where is it? We'll put some technical services here as well, alongside the construction office. Get you built. I think getting that construction office built would be quite important. Right, I'm starting to run out of time on the video and also running out of things to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a little bit of a sweep round and see how, well, it looks like we've got rid of another truck in this area. So that's been got to put down. We've got our waste under control there. Happiness is 81% and rising. Health's a little bit low. Maybe it's time to work a little bit on some of our health conditions. What's the got here? Vaccine development. Let's have a look at what we can do medically. Citizens vaccines. We've already got stroke prevention. We haven't got the increased birth rate is still there. Vaccine development, not so sure actually. Let's just have a look at our other research facilities over here. I mean, we do have quite a lot of students in first Soviet countries. I mean, I'm not really feeding it for some of this stuff. We've got a reactor, airports, train production line. I suppose we could go for a train production line, which is a bit illogical really, because I mean, to be this far into the game and I haven't laid a single bit of rail track at the moment. But at the moment I'm quite happy with that. I don't really feel the need to start pushing the rail connections just yet, because everything is relatively compact, but we will need extensive rail line. That's the reason why we do need to focus very much on... Actually, I've just had a thought. Is there somewhere where I can put an intervention store? Actually, what we could do... Is there space here? No, it's not going to work, is it? What we do have is this area here, isn't it? Something I didn't consider that much up here. Got a livestock farm here, and we were going to deliver directly. I'm just wondering, we've got a problem here because we can't connect that through to there. I'm just wondering, we got a lot of range there. Let me just think about this. Livestock farm. That's on that side. Whoops, thank you, game. I'm just wondering, say, because at the moment we what's the internal storage for the livestock farm? Take a look at this. I mean, this will store 120 tons of crops. I'm starting to think that, say, I don't want to put a massive silo here, but say, for example, we put something like that there, and then we can take this road out like that. From there, run you past there. We're going to need to bring a road out here. You can come there. You can come there. Accept that. And mod cargo station. Put you about there. Get rid of you. And what we can do is use this as an interim store, and then what we'll do is work on planning another farm out here. Possibly going to that. In fact, we could probably get 2 farms up here. And then what we could do then is put a food factory in somewhere about here, so that we can get this all working together. I think that will work. We've now got a population of 4,336. Yeah, the population is growing fairly standard here. We want to increase the workforce in here to compensate for the courthouse that we took down. How are we doing here? Do we have any unemployment in this area? Because I've been operating restrictions on where people can and can't do. So we're getting a little bit of unemployment in here. What I'm going to do is we're going to actually let these people now freelance. We're going to have to keep an eye on this area here. We've got sooner or later you've got to lift these restrictions. Otherwise what will happen is that you will get yeah, it says 2 workers without a job here. What are you on? Opera house, canteen and clinic. Right, let's see. Clinic's on maximum, canteens on maximum. The opera house, we could probably increase the workforce there a little bit. So that can stay. Aha. That's what I was kind of hoping wouldn't happen. Okay, back onto that. We've got 26 people unemployed. You can remove the clinic from here and put that on there, because the workers in here, not there, this one I think is working on the clinic. So what we're going to do is reduce the overlap now. That will get workers into there, make them happier. Make sure. Yeah, we've got to protect the food at all costs. The school's going. Right, let's just go back down here and check the level of tenancy here. Right, looks like we've got rid of the courthouse. Just see what the this is still building up. Let me just go here. We've got no workforce there, no workforce there. That's empty. And the thing I need to check now is pollution. Yeah, the pollution's a little bit icky here. I think what we're going to do is pop this up, move some people out of here into there, and what we're going to do is move a few people from here up to this area. You're going to be a little bit unhappy, but to be honest, we were providing the cover here for the workforce, so and I don't really want people in here. As we got workers getting into there. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.